23 ABC Sports, I'm Carrie Osep. It was a pretty busy day in the sports world here in Bakersfield, but first we must start with the blue court, which was on the big stage tonight as the CSUB runners returned home after 2 straight weeks on the road, and they also returned to home court advantage with some extra national attention as they were hosting CSU Fullerton with ESPNU broadcasting the game. In that time on the road, the runners went 3-1 and secured a seat in the top 3 of the Big West. With some brighter lights tonight, CSUB was hosting a quick-paced Titans team, but the runners showed off their own speed early. Some quick points here. Justin McCall battles for the 2 points. Taze Moore, though, he's the runner scoring leader for a reason, getting fancy with this one and getting some points of his own. But this game became a tightly contested matchup early on. 7 ties and 7 lead changes in the first half alone. A proof here of that battle. Runners forcing the turnover to then get in transition. Moore finishing up this sequence with the points. But by the end of the first half, Fullerton led by 2 as Moore led the scoring effort for the runners, as he always has. To the second half we go. This one opened up as a shootout as well. Back-to-back triples from Moore and Justin Edler-Davis. Justin McCall led the runners tonight in points with 20 of his own, while Moore finished up very closely with 16 and Justin Edler-Davis with 14. But the shootout continues. The runners battling down to the end despite the Titans taking the game's largest lead in the second half. And fouls just hurt CSUB as they were just hoping the refs would let them play tonight too. Titans really make it count from the line and show just a little bit more firepower to hand the runners their first home loss of the season. CSUB loses by a final of 90-84. The women, on the other hand, grabbing a win on the road, defeating Fullerton 67-54. Both teams play tomorrow. Women tip off at 5, while men tip off at 7 at the Ricardo Center. And earlier today in Northwest Bakersfield, local parents of high school student athletes joined together and joined the movement known as Let Them Play CA for a rally of their own right here in town. It was the first rally of its kind here in town since parents and athletes met together in front of Kern High School District last year. The message for the Let Them Play movement is simple: return high school sports safely and immediately. It's an initiative that began on Facebook and has grown to more than 50,000 followers and has spread across the state. Those in attendance at today's rally in Bakersfield included athletes of all kinds, hoping to encourage a return to sport.
Sports is something we can go and do without worrying about anything else in life, and basically it's a privilege to play.
It's really amazing. I don't know a lot of these people, and just knowing that we all bond over one thing that we're so strong about and we all are really passionate about, it's really amazing. And hearing everyone honk and cheer and just being really united is amazing.
Co-organizers Lori Sundgren and Maddie Fempel, who also have student athletes of their own, just met for the first time, although their desire has connected them since high school sports have been shut down.
This is my son's childhood. Sorry. We're all watching the clock tick away at our children's childhood while we're seeing kids in 47 other states continue to live their childhood out. And our kids see it because of social media, and our kids deserve better.
And there's so many coaches and there's so many parents that just want the same thing. They want our kids to have the opportunity. Like Lori said, 47 other states are playing sports. We are not.
All of them hoping the sun hasn't set on their kids' chances of playing. The ladies also mentioned that the next course of action would be a march at the governor's mansion, although details on that have yet to be released. But as you can hear from all of these parents, and as we've heard recently this week from coaches, the time is ticking for these high school athletes to begin training for a sports season this school year. But meanwhile, as we see, CSUB Hoops is going to continue to play with those games on Saturday. The Condors get their thing going on Sunday with the preseason game against San Diego at 4. For 23 ABC Sports, I'm Carrie Osep.